Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Fight, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host. Welcome back to the Baseball Fight. Hope you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. I got a couple updates for you folks. There was another injury today. It was kind of discussed. It's been kind of sort of, I guess, kept under the radar a little bit. Is Dedniel Nunez. If you're not on X, you probably didn't see it. But that's why you got to follow me on X. Try to get stuff out to you as much as I can. The word is that I don't know what they said the injury was. Carlos Mendoza didn't really mention it. It's probably still the same problem that he had last year. They're taking their time with him. So he said that don't expect him to be pitching in games anytime soon. But he should be ready. He could be ready. He might be ready. It's a possibility he could be ready by opening day. And as you know, March 27th is opening day. A month from tomorrow. So that was a big thing. Obviously, they don't have Frankie Montas. He's going to be out for quite a while. Probably not going to come back till June. Manaea has been shut down because of the lat situation. I guess the oblique situation, whatever the hell he has. A problem with one of near his ribs. And he's going to be out for a while. The Mets are not going to make any trades, so don't expect that to happen. He should be back no later than May 1st. So the Mets will have to figure out who they're going to play and who they're going to have in the starting rotation through good portion of April. Paul Blackburn pitched a little while ago. He pitched one inning. He's way behind. He had a situation with his spine. I guess he was leaking fluid in his spine. I don't know how you do that at 30 years old, but he had that done in the offseason, and he's recovering, I guess, pretty nicely towards that. We'll see. Might be a guy they use in the back end of the rotation. I don't know when Cody Senga's going to be pitching at what point. I don't know when he's going to pitch. I know he was doing batting practice today or yesterday, whatever it was. So we'll keep an eye on that. And this trade the Mets made for Alexander Canario, if I remember his name, where they got Cash. The best thing about Cash, I've said this, doesn't walk the bases loaded. And, of course, doesn't strike out with the bases loaded. The scout report on him is pretty simple. He hits the ball very hard, but the biggest issue with him is that he has a difficult time making contact. His bat-to-ball skills are not very good. And the reason he was traded is because the Cubs have a lot of talent in their outfield. And I said this in the video that I created for you the other day when the Mets made that trade, was that they don't have a lot of depth in their minor league system in terms of outfielders. Alex Ramirez took a major step backward last year. He's not on the 40-man roster. They took him off. Nobody picked him up in the Rule 5 draft. Ryan Clifford, who's got power, is not considered an outfielder by any kind of evaluation of note. He has some issues there. He's got a lot of development to do. Now, Canario, a couple of things about him. Like I said, he doesn't make a lot of contact. Strikes out a lot. He is an average to below average defender in the outfield, so he'd be probably more relegated to left field. His numbers in the major leagues have been pretty good. His numbers in the minor leagues have been pretty good, but there are issues with the fact that he may not be able to make enough contact as an everyday player. So that is concerning. But the Mets didn't give up much for him. The Cubs were willing to move him without giving up anything, or getting anything really in return other than cash. But they have a very stocked outfield. It's a move that has potential. If the Mets can get him to have more contact, he should be a very interesting bat for them. But you're not going to get much out of him defensively. So just keep that in mind. But, injuries, going back to some of the injuries, you're going to have injuries in spring training. They're not like, season debilitating injuries other than the Montas deal. But Montas was a fifth starter to begin with. I wasn't all too keen on him. He was the one guy I didn't really care for. And Manea's injury is not a major injury. It's just an annoyance at this point. He's just going to miss a little bit of time. And the Nunez, who knows? Okay. A lot of times these pitchers, they have talent, can't stay on the field. And it's also another big reason why you don't sign any big players, any big pitchers that are older, because then they get more and more injury prone and they throw so hard. It's impossible for the arm to hold up. It's impossible for the body to hold up to 95 to 100 miles an hour. But just wanted to give you a little update on some things that have been going on with the Mets. I want to give you a somewhat of a scan report on the new player the Mets brought in the other day. And that's pretty much it. So I want to thank you for coming by. Please subscribe to Baseball Hut, and I'll see you later. All right, this is a bit of an add-on to all the injuries I mentioned in this video. This is about Starling Marte. I don't want to forget about this. But this is from Mesmerize. They do a great job. Carlos Mendoza in his Wednesday pregame press conference said that Starling Marte would begin live batting practice in March. He also stated that it would be happening on the backfields. Mendoza said that Marte has been dealing with right knee soreness since at least last summer. Regarding his ability to get himself in this game shape via running, Mendoza, son of a bitch, Mendoza said he has some good days, not so good days. Mendoza still thinks he can physically be a major league player. Oh my goodness. That's not a good sign. That's not good to read that. Still thinks he can be physically be a major league player. That's a big problem. That again explains why he didn't get traded. This is what's different about the front office now, is that they're not going to sign guys, 33, 34-year-old players, to 3-4 year deals. They'll sign to a 1 year deal and move on. And because David Stearns is not going to do that. He would not have signed Marte in 2022. He would not have touched him. He might have signed him to a 1 year deal, 2 year deal, but he would not have signed him to the 4 year deal. And this was a disaster from the very beginning. Unfortunately, he played great the first year up until September. Then he got hurt. He was non-competitive in 2023. He was fairly decent last year, but didn't play much. He's not an everyday player anymore. And he's always had these sort of injuries where he's missed significant amount of time. Usually misses 40 to 50, 60 games. But now we got to a point now that when the manager says he still thinks he can physically be a major league player, that's problematic. Thank you for sticking around. Sorry I didn't edit in the bulk of this video, but I sort of missed this along the way. But I wanted to get this out there for you. But thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.